two has a wider leg stance than triangle pose or trikonasana. We talked about if your left leg is extended out, there's a parallel line from your second toe through your heel. That line would then extend back through the heel on the opposite foot. And the back foot's at about 45 degrees. The front is out at 90. You can always make the pose more advanced, more challenging, by working the quadriceps and lengthening the leg out and away. You can always move your toes to lengthen the feet apart from each other, to have the foot go forward. Makes it easy transition to give you a little more work in this pose. Then an easy transition into triangle is to simply lift the leg. You can start with a relaxed thigh. The arms are still stretching apart. Going from warrior two into triangle, you may want to shorten the stance lightly. And from here, you can engage the quadriceps on both legs, lifting the kneecaps. You can lift the toes and spread them, having coming back down. It provides a lift in the arch. You're still lifting the kneecaps. Your belly pulls in. Your tailbone tucks down and forward. The arms are out. And then what I have students do is if you are facing towards a mirror, you're still looking out over the middle finger. But I would have you lengthen your arm like the fingertips were trying to touch the mirror. And you continue going until you feel resistance in the hip, in the front. In this case, on my left side. I'm stretching forward until I get to, for me, about there. There's no more give in the hip. And what I'm doing is trying to prevent a slouch, a curve in my spine. I'm trying to promote length. So going from here, stretching forward. Your depth may be different. Totally fine. You find what gives you length, and then once you've gotten to the edge of what your hips will allow in movement, you simply have the arm come down. The other arm will come up. Both palms are facing out the direction that you're looking. You're squeezing your belly in. You're engaging root block. You're lifting the kneecaps. The arches are lifted. In this case, the right arm is the driving force. You don't want to slouch down into the pose. You want to lift and create length on the spine. You're opening the chest. In this case, my right arm is up. The palm is facing out towards you, the audience. I'm going to slowly begin to turn my head. And when you do so, tuck the chin. If you have your head back, this provides unnecessary strain, promotes unnecessary strain on the cervical spine. You want to be able to lift, to lengthen, tuck the chin, and look up towards the upstretched hand. You can play with the arms, but you're trying to stretch them out and apart. When you're ready to come out, you simply come up. And you can reverse sides easily, just by shifting the feet. Find your ground again. You can lift the toes, spread them out while still engaging the arch. Both quadriceps lift. The bottom squeezes. The belly pulls in. This is root lock. The arms are out. You will reach forward until the hips tell you no more. There's no more give. I can't go down anymore through the hips. Then the arm comes down. The left arm comes up. Both palms are facing the same direction. You'll see that the arms are stretching apart. There can be some resistance with the hand pushing into the leg to promote some twist. as you tuck the chin and lift. This is the driving arm of the pose. This leads the lift and length through the spine. And you continue to breathe comfortably through your nose. And when you're ready, you come up again. An additional prop for this pose would be using blocks to be able to give your hand something to rest on. Ideally, as you advance through the pose, your spine is lifting. Your muscular strength in your core is allowing you to maintain this lift and length. But if you need something in the beginning to allow you to rest on, you can always use a singular block. This takes some of the strain off of my upper body and allows me to work more into my lower body. If you need 2 blocks, you can do the same. That's going to be a bit more stable. And you can have those, of course, in any position that you find comfortable. It's about playing and exploring the pose, about lifting and lengthening the spine. Primarily, what I see is students collapse. And that's what we want to prevent by leading through the upper arm. You see that when I lift up and lift out through my spine, my posture immediately improves through the pose. That's what we want. So, keep blocks as an option. Triangle. Very simple. It's an easy transition from Warrior 2. If you prefer, you can shorten the stance and going straight into Triangle. I'll see you again soon on RobertGardnerWellness.com.